put me in the.
All right,
Get out of here.
That's the way we do. So we don't care if you're our guest. You're going in the waiting room, putting you in the corner.
No one puts baby in the corner. We should really try to get
Nobody
her,
puts baby Bellotto in the corner.
Yeah,
No.
we should really try to get that girl from Dirty Dancing as a guest.
So I was reading this thing today about like actors that have ruined their careers, and it was like obviously Winona Ryder steals $5,000 worth of merchandise. Gary Busey,
I think that made her hotter, honestly.
yeah.
And I was like, she's as tough as the rest of us.
Well, I think Gary Busey wrecking his motorcycle makes him hotter. So that's fair enough because he was on the list also. But the most interesting one was the girl from Dirty Dancing. So her name's Jennifer Grey, and she got a nose job.
Yeah, she's unrecognizable.
Exactly, and that was the problem. Like she got the nose job and couldn't use any of her like previous acting chops to get a job ever again. So she was like in Dirty Dancing, got a nose job, and now she's like gone.
Now she's nobody.
What up, Dennis?
Oh, Jeremy can see these now. This is nice.
I know. This is exciting.
Crazy.
I'm gonna be like, what? You're gonna be like, you don't need to respond to every single comment.
Right. I just throw them up there, you know.
Or do you?
I'm sharing. Are you guys sharing the stream?
Are you sitting next to a giant penis?
It's Arturo Fuente penis.
It's one of those.
Fuente life? Yeah, I'm at Anthony's.
It looks like a giant penis, and which is funny because our guest today happens to have a giant.
He has a giant penis.
I don't know if it's giant, but it's a lot. In his magazine, there's a lot of.
Honestly, I'm sure he'd show us.
He might.
I mean, I want to know, but I don't think the world needs to know.
I could put that in the outline. You know, we got 3 minutes.
Maybe when we get our OnlyFans and our Patreon. We can. Oh, look who's back!
Yeah,
Side note,
you've been missing Sims.
Yeah. Side note: when he comes on and we do the fresh segment, it doesn't mean he's actually supposed to take a shit.
No, we need to make sure he understands the rules.
Like that. Hey, it doesn't mean take us into the restroom and actually drop it.
No. As long as he knows.
I would like to interject that video you sent Jeremy on New Year's was probably the best video I've seen in a long time. It was amazing.
I myself have laughed quite a bit.
What up, Blue?
Oh, Paul Franken. I don't know who this is. Says
he's in this.
He's one of the founders of the magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you read it?
He's the shirtless.
I have it all here. Let me tell you,
shirtless hunk of a man in that picture.
I can tell you about the mushroom foraging.
No, I don't.
There was mushroom foraging in there. That was my favorite article. That was my favorite page.
Jeremy, get your shot ready because you know Brandon's got an itchy trigger finger.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm gonna be much more chillax. I'm much more chill this week, guys. Don't be thinking
you took a Xanax. You're ready to roll today.
I don't take Xanax, but I have had Xanax before. One time, not gonna lie, when I was going through a very hard time in my life, one of the 4 people in this window frame gave me a couple Xanax and was like, "Don't go crazy with these, but they will help you."
Which direction I'm actually pulling my hat? Okay.
And his lending me a couple Xanax, I think, saved my life in a very tough period of my life. So, but I take propanolol now, and propanolol is some fucking.
You know, shit. You can take
this dick. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show.
1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, 1 shot.
Hello, and welcome back
Hello.
to another lovely week of Four Shots with myself, Tony, and my esteemed colleague and friend, Jeremy, the California
Yes.
Hillbilly. Speaking of California Hillbillies, there is a clothing company that I found this week called the California Cowboy. Have you seen this?
No, but it seems like what I've been wearing my entire life.
Yeah, I think that they might have seen the show and been like, boom, clothing line based off of Jeremy's clothes. Because it's like flannel, like with the diamond print flannel. But
I like
then
that.
they have like hot, they call it a hot tub chic, like a robe that's got terry cloth, but it has a beer pocket in the side of it.
What?
So it's like, yeah, super classy. Brandon, while we're talking, see if you could find the California Cowboy clothing line.
That's kind of amazing. I know where we're going for our next endorsement.
Yes. Oh, and I also wanted to bring up the fact before we do our first shot that why didn't anyone tell me that picture of you and I in the DR, like during the intro, like I was extremely like, I look pregnant. Like, why didn't anyone bring that up to me? Like, especially in our like crowd of guys, like it's usually like, dude, you got to like work on, this thing you got going on. So I just wanted to ask you if you noticed that I was really chubby then.
I didn't.
I found the California Cowboy. Let's see if I can get this Chrome tab up here. Here we go. I love their front page here. It says, "The Sasquatch of shirting. Our flannel is legendary." I mean, this is a hipster-looking crowd right here. I mean, we got a Brandon type over here. We got a Tony type. He's got the hat. He's got kind of a scruffy beard. And we got Jeremy type over here with the long reddish hair.
That's a girl.
Oh, whoa. Hey,
Whatever.
All right.
She's the best looking one.
Yeah, that's some
amazing.
But anyway, so welcome to Four Shots. We have a very special guest and a very good friend of ours on today. But first, we like to do a little bit of housekeeping. You guys can always find us today live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you guys would please... And Twitch, yeah. And hopefully OnlyFans one day soon. Oh, yes, it is a dad bod. I think everyone in this company is a dad bod except for Caldwell, I think.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a dad bod.
No.
But anyway, you can find us on Podbean, Spotify. I always want to say Shopify. Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, or you can see it live on Facebook and YouTube and interact with us during the show. And if you guys could like it and share it and get people some to pay attention to our debauchery, we really appreciate it. So for that, let's do our first shot. What do you think?
Yeah, and then I got something, and then we'll do our next segment.
Perfect.
Shot number 1.
Cheers.
By the way, what are you drinking?
Tito's.
I'm drinking a new McConnell's Irish whiskey. It's delicious and nutritious too.
Cheers. Hopefully we actually I think we're getting close to actually being sponsored alcoholics.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they didn't actually give me that. I was just practicing. So for any liquor companies watching, that's what you get. So hey, what I wanted to do even before Fresh Shit, which would kind of be my Fresh Shit, but we're not going to do it in that segment, is I found something very interesting. Obviously this show, as you can see, is like we want to have fun. It's humorous. We're having a good time. Sometimes we get into conversations with particular guests that are a little deeper than we normally go. Last week, our conversation with Erica, if you have not watched it, I would highly, highly recommend you watching that episode. Partly because some of the stuff we got into was kind of the behind the scenes underbelly of some of the things that happen in our industry. Some of the things that have potentially minimized females or different, she didn't come on here to rant, but I thought that what she said was really profound. And we had a lot of comments that were going on while we were live, which I wasn't privy to until this week, I finally get to see the comments. But one of the things
I don't know why that was never available to you. I feel bad.
Yeah. But what happened over the course of this past week is I have had more than one friend reach out to me in this industry who is a female, who are females, and who have encountered very much the same type of situation that Erica was talking about, whether it be sexual harassment. And it was a really eye-opening. I mean, I knew we had dirt bags in this industry because we have dirt bags in any industry. So we're no exception to that. But I was really, it impressed that I should say something, because I think it's very important to not only have these conversations about what really happens, but also so that we can be a part of changing these things. So today we have a bizarre, and we're going a totally different direction, because that's what we do at Four Shots. But I just wanted to take a moment and to, say I appreciate the females that reached out to me and some of the stories that were told to me over this past week, and it was uncomfortable. And but those things conversations need to happen, and these son of a bitches need to go down, so we appreciate Erica, what you said last week, and I thank you for shedding new light on my kind of narrow perception. So guys, please watch that episode from last week.
Let's do a shot to that.
Let's do it.
Shot number 2.
Ooh, Dennis, we definitely should do an episode with Dennis's limoncellos.
I've done it. I drank a whole bottle of orange cello on the show.
Right, I remember that. Cheers.
And with that, guys, we're going to introduce the new segment.
Yeah, do it.
All right. I am happy and excited to bring to our audience tonight a brand new segment that we are calling Worst of the Week.
Work on a newspaper is people working as a team. At the copy desk, the editor selects the news and photos for an issue and plans the estimated space on a miniature newspaper page, sometimes called a dummy.
All right, we begin this new segment, Worst of the Week, starting with a man who is part Dancing with the Wolves cosplayer and part low-budget Batman villain.
Before you get into this,
yes,
explain what this guy's amazing, but explain what the segment is, because I don't think anybody knows.
No, see, look, I already jumped the gun here. So the segment, Worst of the Week, is I'm going to read 4 terrible, stupid, wonderful, hilarious stories from the news in the past week. And then at the end of those 4 stories, very quickly, Tony and Jeremy are going to vote on what is the worst of the week. Now, if they choose 2 different stories, we are going to look to our comments section to help us break the tie between them. So let's get to the first one here. I'm going to open up my comments and have the Chrome tab up. Like I said, we start tonight with a man who is part Dancing with the Wolves cosplayer and a part low-budget Batman villain, the QAnon shaman. The man who became somewhat infamous during last week's insurrection attempt at the U.S. government has gone on a hunger strike. This is serious. Why, you ask? What alpha male cause may he be trying to support? Well, it is for no other reason than they do not serve all organic food in the federal prison that he's in. We have a quote from his mother. Hold on, I had it. He gets very sick if he does not eat organic food. Literally will get physically sick. His mother, Martha Chansley, told local television station ABC 15 on Monday. So that's our first story. The QAnon shaman needs only organic food.
That really disappoints me, because what pisses me off is that dude's going to be on the front of Time magazine.
Yeah. Do you want to guess
him?
you want to guess? Before the end of the month, he announces a partnership with some health food and fascist crossover.
Dude, do you know that? So I read like an expose on him today. He's 33. He lives with his mother, and he drives a green Hyundai. And
I like that detail.
And he likes to dance on his mother's roof weekly. And the neighbors said it was bizarre that he likes to do these shaman dance rituals on his roof every week. So I actually don't think that he's like right side or left side. I think that he's just completely fucking insane.
Well, no, I mean, like the thing is that there are pictures. I don't know if some of you guys have seen this, but they're also like found online. This guy, my theory is he just wants to be in the limelight because of the fact that there are multiple pictures of him at BLM protests.
That's what I mean. He's just
like,
insane. Like
the dude just wants like
attention.
It's not a cause, and I mean, yeah.
Let's get to the next one.
Okay.
So that obviously is number one worst of the week.
That's A. Well, that's A. Let's go to number 2 here. We go from budget Batman villain to a man who was almost Batman himself. Army Hammer had some rather intense DMs leaked, where he appears to confess to an unnamed woman that she is the Michael Phelps of fucking, and that he literally wants to eat her because he is, quote, 100% cannibal. And then he describes having once cut an organ out of a freshly killed animal and then eating it before while it was still warm. To back this up, I just want to very quickly let's take a look at one of these DMs. I'll read this with some dramatic emphasis. I've thought about you and I doming and fucking and you being dommed and fucked so goddamn much the last few years. I have thought about you so much. It's been so hard not talking to you. I know I needed to, but it was so tough. You are the goddamn standard I hold women to in terms of kink and enjoyment of fucking them then. Yet you set the bar too high. You are like the Michael Phelps of fucking. Everyone else just doesn't have what you have. Okay, sorry that came spilling out. I feel badly. If I said too much, I'm sorry. No
response from her at all.
No response. It goes on. I'm not going to read all of them, but it goes on where he says, oh my God, that just made me so hard, and it makes me confused as to why. Is that even possible? So hard thinking of holding your heart in my hand and controlling when it beats. I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you. Fuck, that's scary to admit. I've never admitted that before.
I feel like he's going to be the next interview of Skank Magazine or Stank Magazine.
Stank Magazine? Can Stank Magazine get Army Hammer on to talk?
What does Army Hammer even do? I don't even know who this is.
He's an actor. He has been in several roles. He was in such famous things like, The Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp. But he was also up for running to be Batman before Ben Affleck was cast most recently.
Well, first of all, in my opinion, I don't think. So there was a conversation, obviously, with this girl before, maybe.
Who knows?
But either way, I mean, it's terrible. But if I was called the Michael Phelps of anything, I would be like, thank you.
All right, it's pretty good.
I mean, that's not bad. And then, like, obviously, him and Horn guy have to be friends because they both, I feel like, go in the woods and eat organs of people.
Wait, we still have 2 more stories.
So let's get to them. We got to get to
we got to hear these.
Yeah, let's keep going here. So the next, we're talking about unusual diets. We'll stay on that theme. A cooking video from July 2020 went viral this week, where 2 Cambodian women can be seen cooking up a fried delicacy. Let's take a look at what they're eating. Oh, good God. Yeah, so they're just, oh God, I get really freaked out just looking. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh God, it's a whole bowl of spiders.
I'm not offended by it. I think I could eat it.
I would probably do it too. Indiana Jones.
Offended. I'm not offended.
I watch a lot of Naked and Afraid, man. I'm ready.
I just have arachnophobia. I'm terrified by spiders. I don't know why the spider. Look, they're salting them up, getting them going.
Put a little garlic in there.
Yeah, Jennifer, I'm with you here, Jennifer. All aboard the Nope train. Just casually drowning the spiders.
But you eat lobster. Do you eat lobster?
Yeah, no, I understand all of the rationale, but it's just it gives me the heebie-jeebies because I am so not cool with spiders, but it does get a little cool here. They get the deep frying them with the garlic, like Jeremy said, and we get to the best part. Let's fast forward. Yeah, crunching down on the spiders.
I like how she's pulling the legs off.
This feels like this could be like a Stank recipe page. I feel like this is a really great getting these things going for
it's like frog legs.
Guests.
Jeremy, I don't think that's the worst.
That one is definitely not the worst.
Okay, well, let me get to the last one then. And finally, Sims, you can come back in. And finally, from arachnids to a more ancient kind of creature, scientists believe, let me get this perfectly right here. Scientists believe that they may have uncovered the oldest known sample of sperm in history. Fossilized in hardened amber, the sample comes from tiny crustaceans called ostracods. This might be the oldest known recorded cum shot in the history of the world, approximately 100 years old.
So it's not humans. This is just like a tiny crustacean sperm.
It's the oldest known recorded sperm fossil in the historical record.
I think that's like best of the week.
Is that best of the week?
Look, you could probably
if you were Jurassic Park, you could take that and turn it into like a dinosaur.
You could you could bring these guys back.
I like how they show them mating. Like that is
it's just an artist rendition though. It says this is an artist reconstruction. I'm glad that they paid an artist to recapture this.
We want you to paint these bugs and they're getting down. And we think this is how they used to do it. But we don't know for certain because we haven't seen the bugs. So, use your own,
creative mind.
Yeah, I was going to say creative juices. And then I realized like the pun, like it was a bad pun.
Yeah.
So I didn't say it.
That's all right. Well, let's vote. What do you guys think? Is it the organic food cosplayer, QAnon shaman?
I think it's Michael Phelps for sure.
Oh, you think it's the army?
Yeah, because you just like you're famous. You're taking it over the top. There's like all this stuff going on with them and their crap that they've been doing. I think it's the worst because of how inappropriate it is. But I think the comment is one of the best. So that's my thing. B.
I'm gonna go with A, just because like there's nothing tolerable about what happened this past week. I don't care your viewpoint. Like and the fact that like this guy will go down in history. He'll be on the front of Life magazine or something for like being a complete idiot, fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't stomach that he's going to be praised. I don't care that he's in prison right now. He'll get out and it is what it is. That's the worst story because that's all that happened. He gets encapsulated in time now in our history.
Moment.
Well, yeah, and he's been all over the internet all week.
And he wants to do his. No, you can't change your answer.
All right, so chat, let's take a vote. It's between A and B. Everyone post in the chat right now your vote. Either A for the QAnon shaman or B for the Army Hammer sexting escapade. We got one vote for A.
Can we change it? It's not QAnon shaman, it's QAnon shithead.
QAnon
Let's just be very, very clear that dude does not represent anything that any of us aspire to be, except for our friend Hot Mike, who kind of looks like a double of him.
Yes.
Well,
let's do a shot and introduce our guests while
everyone's voting. I like this. Here we go.
Let's introduce our guests and then do a shot.
Yeah.
Because he needs to do one.
Yeah, he's 2 shots behind. We got to get him up.
Yeah. So, you know what, Tony? You introduced him today.
All right. So, guys, we have on the show this week a very good friend of ours, a Warren, Ohio native, where now I reside. So he is now my neighbor, technically. I think you still live in Warren. I don't know where the hell you live. But anyway, he's been on a couple adventures with myself, Jeremy, and Zach. He also, for a time, was a patron, and he's still a patron, but he was involved in the Havana House crew. And we became very good friends over that. He is now one of the founders of Stank magazine, amongst many things that he has done. But I would like to please welcome our friend Tim Phares.
What's up, guys?
What up, dude?
Nothing.
I like clapping with the crowd. It makes me feel like.
It made me feel special. Thank you.
That's all.
I'm behind, so let's get it going.
Let's do it, my friend.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Shot number 3.
I'd like to say that, Brandon, you're doing very well with not being trigger happy today. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are welcome. I just wanted to take a quick
one.
straw poll, and it's looking really close, but I think that A has it by 1 vote.
All right.
So,
shit.
All right.
There we go.
Well, Tim, what do you think?
I think that I'm gonna have to go with A. I think B is funnier, but A is definitely
as far as the title, the worst of the week.
Worst of the week, definitely A.
yes.
But B is way funnier. That shit
think
was
about
hilarious.
the fact. Think about the fact, everyone, that we've just said a dude who cannibalizes and wants to eat an organ is less worse than the. That's amazing to me.
Is that's it? That's just amazing. It is amazing.
That is.
Anyway, so welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. And as far as an icebreaker is concerned, we do a segment with all of our guests first called Fresh Shit. So this is something that, I know you have big news, so you can't use that as fresh shit. You got to you have to be a little creative.
All right, cool.
So my fresh shit last week was Stank magazine, so I beat you to the punch.
Damn.
But anyway, it's something that happened to you this week. Could be a show, could be a movie, could be a product, could be something you smoked, drank, watched, heard, anything like that. Brandon's going to play a bumper first, but be ready for fresh shit.
Fresh shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
I don't feel so good.
The mother rhino is giving birth.
Its wrapper is a piece of the original U.S. Constitution.
Coming out of me like lava.
At the rate you're carrying on, that's a small fortune going up in smoke. Well, I like smoking.
Well, you're really doing it, aren't you? You're just shitting in the street.
Okay, so what is your fresh shit for the week?
My fresh shit is hookfish chicken. Have you had hookfish chicken?
No, what is
No.
I tried hookfish chicken for the first time with Paul. Was it yesterday? And it's in Youngstown. And it's just a bunch of Haitians making chicken and seafood. And holy shit, it's amazing. I had wings, fried wings, and they have this like seasoning. It's almost like a zesty ranch seasoning that they just like cover on top of everything. And then under the meat, under the fried wings, they put 2 pieces of Wonder Bread. So
like Nashville style, like a little
all of the oil, all of that extra oil just like sucks into that, and then like the extra seasoning, and it's like, oh my god. So Hookfish Chicken, shout out to Hookfish Chicken, check them out.
Is this just a local like a local restaurant, or is it?
Yeah. Paul's in the chat. Where the fuck is that? Where it's in Youngstown somewhere. I don't know. He directed me to it when we were coming back from an appointment that we had. But fantastic. We had a marketing appointment, a marketing meeting, and we were super hungry afterwards. So we were like, time to get some chicken wings.
Now, I know this is like a little off topic, but is a meeting, like a business meeting for the magazine, Is it like, let's do shrooms and go out into the desert and see what unravels? And then we come up with the next episode. I'm just like, as a precursor.
So that is more of the energy of like creative time. Creative time, like, how are we going to make this comic book go to the next, where are we going to take it to the next issue? But
ayahuasca.
But yeah, talking like we work with Advantage Video Production and Marketing in Youngstown, and it's very sobering because it's like, we have to come up with a marketing plan. I
thought they were in Warren. Did they used to be in Warren? I'm off topic here.
Advantage Video. You know what? They used to be in Warren, and then they moved to they moved to Youngstown.
Jeremy, do you have your fresh shit prepared?
This week I got a new song finished mixing and mastering, and so we'll be releasing a new single soon, and then we have another one a couple weeks behind that. So that's pretty
awesome.
stoked. So yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about it.
Where do we find? I know we've done this before. There we go. But where do we find your? We can look you up on
Spotify, iTunes.
And
Deezer.
The name of the band is Louders the Roar.
Louders the Roar. If you want to hear what angry Jeremy sounds like, go ahead. If you don't, then you're not missing anything.
If you don't, you don't.
You don't. But if you feel like having some fun, go for it.
My fresh shit for the week is I found a really cool company that has some really cool clothes. And I was talking about it if you were in for the pre-show. It's Brandon, can you pull it back up here in a second? It's called the California Cowboy. So we have the California Hillbilly on here, but they have this robe that has a bear on it, and it's called Hold My Bear. And it's got like a terry cloth lining and a beer holder and another pocket for your shades. And I feel like I need this robe really bad.
We all need it.
How much is the robe?
It's like $90. Let me see if Brandon can find it.
I don't need it that bad.
Ah, man.
But what if like we got some sponsor? It's $148 actually.
148. I want that one. What's on that guy's like one? It was like
that's the fish one, and then you got a bear. That's the bear one.
I want the bear one.
So do I. I think we should all get matching. But here's the beer pocket.
Wait, we should get them embroidered too with like the his and hers.
Beer pocket?
Yeah. Okay.
That's nifty.
I'm gonna I would like that. I think we're gonna have to, and then what if we tell them we'll do a full episode wearing their? We're gonna hit them up.
We should tag them in the episode first, and then just let them know.
Well, no, don't let them. You can't give anything away for free, my friend. We got to entice them. Courtship, like wink across the room. You see her, hey, and then you do a little like cheers. Then you send a drink over to her, and then she comes over and says, did you buy me the drink? And you're like, I did. My name's Jeremy. And then you're walking down the aisle, years later. Like that's how we have to do it. We got to court them properly.
Okay. you obviously know what you're doing in this situation. So.
No, I have no idea. I was making all that up, actually.
Let's do a shot and talk about Stank.
Shot time.
Shot number 4.
Cheers, everybody. Hope you're
Cheers.
at home. Brandon, we need one of those like little ball things like in the old music videos. It's like every time the ball hits, we do a shot. Okay. So Stank magazine. If you guys haven't heard of it, yeah. I mean, that's our first question. It literally is what the fuck.
Which it's a question, it's a statement, it's a remark. It's kind of like an onomatopoeia. Like it's everything.
If you guys don't know, first of all, while you're on the show, you can check out, while you're listening, you can go to stankmagazine.com and the first issue is available, right? You can
Yes,
check
it is.
out.
Yes.
So go to Stank Magazine so you guys can see what we're talking about. Tim graciously sent us our copies ahead of time for our deal here today. So thank you. Tim showed up at my door at like 12:30, looking like he'd been up for 96 hours trying to get this thing delivered. But this is all homegrown. These guys are all my friends. this magazine's crazy. It's definitely R-rated, so if you have children around, I wouldn't.
Don't leave it out.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you want to grow them up real quick.
I like this, guys. I like this quote down here from somebody named Jessica
LeBenny, that's my fiance.
Oh, I knew that. I was playing a little stupid.
Oh shit!
But
Sorry.
I like this quote from your fiance. To be completely honest, I don't love looking at the puke and balls.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives us that brings us to our first question. What the fuck?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Where did it come?
Where did it come from? It came from frustration of not finding hundreds of thousands of dollars to make an animated series.
Well, actually, you should start there. So this is a good story for you guys that don't, for everyone to know. So start with the series and lead us into Stank.
Yeah. So Wood Patrol has been an animated series in development for like 5-6 years now. And when we came up with the idea to make an animated series, we had no idea what the fuck we were doing and no idea what it would entail, especially cost. So we got to a point where we had all of the assets that we needed, and we kind of just hit a big wall. And that wall is that no network or production company is going to give some 20-something-year-old with no credits hundreds of thousands of dollars and to create something. So out of that, we were thinking, how the hell do we get this in front of people's hands? And I came up with the idea, well, what if we make it a comic book? And at this point in time, this was during quarantine when this idea came to light. We also had 2 other comic books, the pilots for 2 other, what were intended to be animated series, but they were already finished. The pilots were already finished. So I went to my art director and I was like, hey man, what if we just make these into comic books? And so we can start shitting out issues and get something in front of people. And our art director, Dominic Duca, was like, fuck it, man, let's just put it all in one magazine and let's, fill it with more weird shit. And I was like, okay, that sounds awesome. Let's do it. And then, that was around March. And the rest is history.
It's kind of like a pulp kind of magazine, right? Like from there, they had those like obviously Pulp Fiction, which it's like stories inside of stories, which I've noticed with this magazine is like it's just a bunch of pulp. It's like a bunch of cool shit in a magazine that takes you like 25 minutes to read the whole thing, but you're super satisfied at the end of it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear you're satisfied.
So
you felt satisfied?
Well, I felt frightened, but I also felt like what we're doing is like God's work compared to
I mean,
Stank.
Tim, when we were talking yesterday, I don't mean to cut you off, Tony, but like Monday we always talk like about the show that's leading up, and I had gone through the whole magazine and I was like, this is forever. I was never like a comics guy, although I will say the illustrations are ridiculously rad in that. Like all of it, like the comics are actually the graphics and is super dope. I like really liked that. But when I got done reading it, I was like, I'm going to keep this by my bed. And whenever I feel bad about myself, I'm going to open up and start reading and go, my life ain't that bad. And like they were joking and I was like, no, I mean, like, this is like so off the wall. Like my comment about like what drugs happened in the creative process. It's like, I think that it may have at tops been crack because crack, like it's like, this is not a magazine from Coke. This is a magazine from crack. And that's the beauty of it though, right? Like it's like almost shock value. I mean, I've read some dark comics and things and they're like graphic, right? And seen it and it has that feel, but it has like this new school, like happy feel, even to like the fact that like, the polar bear's eyes are being ripped out and like, and entertainment for sure. But it is definitely going to make me feel good about myself. And I thank you for that, because whether that was your intent or not, like, I always feel like I live in the gutter, but now I feel like there's a deeper gutter.
The intent is to make people feel something. So whether that's disgust or to feel good, we've hit the mark if it makes you feel anything. So
100%.
I'm happy to hear it, man.
Well, I do. And to bring up a good point, I think that's important about, the sort of creative thing, right? You want to evoke something, whether it's like, especially if you're an artist. I mean, like if you listen to Jeremy's music, and then you talk to Jeremy like the day after, like, "Are you okay, man? Like, you know what I mean?" But it's the same thing. Like, I guess going through the magazine, it's just like it's literally like people's brains poured out on paper, which I think is super cool. And I think that's a super cool thing about the magazine. But that being said, I did want to ask another question that it's not in our little outline that we usually do. But so outside of Stank, you do some other stuff, right?
Yes.
So you and I have been talking for a while, and then you came out to Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival and got to experience some of our debauchery when we got in trouble, when we got a 1-star review at our Airbnb.
Because we ruined the floors.
Yeah, and there was too much trash, right?
Yeah.
And then we got our noise. Remember, we got our noise warning.
Yeah. Yeah.
But while you were out there, you were telling us about a project you were working on for like your daily job. So I wanted to ask you, so everybody knows about that and what's coming up from that, because I think this is really cool, and kind of explain the show and what's going on with what you do on the normal day-to-day basis.
Cool. So
and we're going to do a shot.
All right. Yeah. Right now?
No.
Right this instant? Oh, okay. Because I've already got one loaded up.
Okay.
But
well, I've got one loaded now too. Might as well.
Well, fuck it. Let's just do one.
We'll do one after two.
Yeah. Good call.
Shot number 5.
Cheers, boys.
Salute.
Okay. So tell us, Tim.
So, what happens in the mountains stays in the mountains. So yeah, I am a part of a production company out of Hollywood. We are called 13 Brains Productions. It's me and 5 other individuals, and we work remotely, and we produce unscripted and reality television. And we finally sold our first show, and we sold it to Netflix, and that show is called Buried by the Bernards, and it is about a family, the Bernards family in Memphis, Tennessee, and they own a discount funeral home.
It's also a drive-through, right?
Yes, a discount drive-through funeral home. Now,
Bye, Mom.
Now I will say a lot of the content of the show really doesn't shed light on that drive-through part. It's more engaging with the family, but wow, the family is they're hilarious. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm very excited. So anyway,
the 12th of this month.
Yes, it's coming February. So it's coming out the 12th of February. All 8 episodes will be coming out on the 12th. I'm very, very excited to finally see it up there, man. It's been like a 1.5 year process, maybe even longer now, to be honest.
Well, I think you had the originally. I mean, Rocky Mountain was kind of when you got your deal, because I remember you got there and you were like, they're greenlighting this.
Yeah.
And that was 2 Augusts ago.
Holy shit, that's already been 2 years.
So it's been.
Oh my gosh.
So Rocky Mountain is right before my birthday, and you had been even working on it before then. So I would say like June of 2019,
wow, yeah,
maybe 2018.
Yeah, it's probably been like 2.5, 3 years. Holy shit. Well, yeah, it's been
2019, right? When last time I saw.
Yeah.
Well, that was Rocky Mountain, because they didn't do 2020.
Right.
So yeah. Huh. That's crazy how fast time flies.
Yeah, it does.
That's awesome though, because I cannot wait to see it because that is so up my alley, like so up my alley. Like I even have this vision, like, you know, when you go to like a drive-through and sometimes they have 2 windows, and I'm just like picturing all this stuff in my head. And so it's like you pay at the first one, and then the second one, they give you tissues, like, cause you got to be done crying. Cause it's like the Elvis weddings in Vegas. They're like 4 minutes long. And I have this like visual in my head, and it's probably completely inaccurate, but I cannot wait to watch that. Cause it's just, like I said, so up my alley. I'm like gonna be 5-star that. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, man. They are like bizarre, explosive, funny, just all of the above. They hit all the marks. I am personally not somebody who really watches unscripted or reality shows, to be honest. The opportunity that I have with 13 Brains Productions really fell in my lap. I was at a conference for a completely separate reason, and the only reason I and anyone had any interest in me is because I was so out of place that I was like an outlier there.
Just like Stank magazine.
Just like Stank magazine. So, but it has been like it's been a wild experience working with all the professionals that I get the opportunity to work with every week, and just watching how that process, just learning and understanding that process of how to go from a concept all the way to like selling and like getting a show on Netflix is like, it's unreal. I feel really fortunate because, you know, I'm 27. So by the time, you know, in a month, I'll be 27 with a Netflix.
You're my age.
But I'm super psyched to be in the position that I am moving forward. I feel very, very fortunate. So,
well, congratulations, man.
Yeah, man.
And that Jeremy, do you have something? Because I'm going to switch gears.
No, that's totally cool. I was just going to say congrats, man. And
thanks, man.
Like,
appreciate it.
It's cool to see that came to fruition and that you were able to birth something new. And like, I completely agree. Just to like add to the sentiment that was said earlier, like art is supposed to evoke something, right? Like,
yeah.
And like some of my songs and your art, whatever it might be, it's to create a specific feeling. And some people may have no response. Some people may be excited. Some people may be offended. All of those are like, all the reactions are positive because it's like, it's making them feel something.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the point. Like, that's what art's supposed to communicate. Like, it's not necessarily supposed to communicate one specific thing. It's how we internalize it. Like, you know, the fact that Brandon thought that spider thing was offensive. It's like, it's spiders in a bowl and they're adding garlic to it. Not offensive at all, but to someone who has arachnophobia, maybe it does bother them a bit, you know, and that's the unique thing about art, you know, is that it gives some kind of feeling, and yours definitely evokes a lot of feeling, a lot of it in my bowels.
Deep in my plums. My plums.
Well, if you ever want to be in the magazine, bowel related, I'd love to get a shit shot.
Dude, you should be afraid of what you're asking.
And you are.
You do know me, right?
That is the most on-brand thing from our conversation last night. To hear that Tim, the creator of the magazine, Jeremy, comes on and he's like, "Jeremy, I'll take your shit shot to come on our magazine." It's like, it's truly the perfect marriage. It really is.
Like I said,
we can introduce a scratch and sniff.
There we go.
Roses.
I don't think it smells like roses because
maybe Jelly Bellies.
Lived in a house with you. I've lived in a house with you before, and you're like
foul man.
You're like you're like a pet. You're like an untrained dog. Like if we leave you alone for a little bit, like we'll find you like naked, like eating food on the floor, kind of thing.
Having a good time.
Having a great time. That's what the show's about, right?
Right.
That's what we do. But anyway, Tim, question for you.
Yes.
So, and this is something I think is super cool. So we have a lot of consumption of a lot of stuff digitally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we're kind of losing a little touch with some real things. So is that kind of your inspiration with offering both the digital and the print? Because I have, because we used to be in, my grandpa started in books and magazines and comics. So I have comics. I have Howard. I have like 700 first edition Howard the Duck comics.
Oh wow!
And like I have Amazing Spider-Man 1. Like I have all these crazy comics. But that was the business our family was in originally before my dad introduced cigars. So my question is like the consumption of your material. Do you think that it's better served via like actually being able to handle and touch the product versus like consuming it just digitally? Yeah. And I think it's a very important kind of comeback or a resurgence that's happening in the country where people are trying to consume. Like it's just satisfying to get this in your mailbox and waiting for it, getting it in the mailbox, opening it up, and then reading the content. And I think that there's something special to that. So I don't know what your feelings are. Maybe you could add to it or
absolutely.
Or tell me what you think.
That absolutely was the intention. It was always intended to be print. We added digital because it's now 2021, but we just wanted to stick with the times. We wanted to make sure that we can't just ignore the fact that there are a shitload of people that are reading comics online, and we didn't want to just avoid those. We wanted to make it accessible to everyone, even if you don't have a pile of comics in your room.
Even if you don't have a mailbox.
Even if you don't have a mailbox. Now, so it's kind of this weird thing because it brings me joy when we get a subscription. We use WooCommerce, so every single time we get a subscription, my phone goes cha-ching, and it's like just
Shopify's the same. Yeah,
brightens my day up. But it makes me so happy when I see somebody get a print, because I know it's what it was intended. Stank is intended to hold in your hands for the experience that you just explained. And on top of that, with the print copy, you get 2 trading cards that correlate with the comic books every issue. It's 2 different trading cards that we make, all by ourselves. So, but on the other hand of that, it's a lot. There's no production costs when it comes to digital, so we make twice the amount of money when somebody gets a digital subscription. But it's so much more satisfying to know that somebody's going to enjoy it the way that it was intended to be with the print. So it's either way, I'm super happy. But if I were you, I would get print because I think you're going to enjoy it more. And
because you had shipped mine to me, and I didn't get it until today. I had gone through the digital magazine, and I have to agree, getting it today was like a present on a weird alter universe Christmas, because I don't know if this is what I was going to ask for, but I will say, even though I loved, I'm making these backhanded remarks, but all in jest, because the comics and the artistry is ridiculously cool, like I said, but it was cool to hold it and be like, dude, that's super cool. I mean, it's not a cheap magazine. The papers are poster quality, pages, not just the covers. And it's even, the beautiful picture right there, right?
That's Mr. Paul Franken.
Paul Franken.
He's in our comments currently.
Dude, you're a gross man when you throw up. That's some what did you eat? I don't even want to know what you ate before that. But I
can tell you, White Russians.
Yeah.
It looks like White Russians.
No wonder it was all cream.
Have you heard the story about our first show with Jeremy?
No, I'd love to hear it though.
So Jeremy, why don't you tell the story?
All right, I'll just summarize it.
And you can make Paul feel better about himself too.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's do a shot and then tell a story.
Okay.
Nobody's asking us for shots this episode. That's weird.
I know.
We've been doing them on our own. That's
why they were hounding us.
That's because I think we were dragging tonight. We're on pace.
I think I like the pace of the show. It's doing good. Here we go.
Shot number 6.
Cheers.
Stankmagazine.com.
Oh, by the way, guys, we're totally screwing up. Please share this with your friends and like let people know that we're here. Follow us and subscribe and all that jazz. We're supposed to say that when we get shots, but we forget.
Yeah.
So I'm just
even if you hit subscribe and you never want to watch us again, it like helps us continue to do the show. I know, I understand that there's a lot of content out there.
Positive affirmation, just pat our backs.
We do, and I think you guys will appreciate it in the future, especially because we have some crazy shit coming for season 3. This is going to be a real thing. It's not just going to be, it's going to be us bullshitting, but it's going to be better than us bullshitting. There's going to be bonus things.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I was going to share real quick the story.
Oh yeah, about the first episode of
So during quarantine, I had kind of fallen off. Like I'm not drinking a lot.
Okay.
So when we go to just because it's like it just like in my age, I don't know, whatever it is, like it's just not like I'd slowed down.
Okay.
So the first night of 4 shots, it is not like riding a bike. And when you go 0 to 100,
I think we did like 12 shots that night or something.
12, 10, whatever it was. But you're talking in the matter of like an hour and a half, and I was drinking rum. So anyhow, needless to say, so for me, I'm 3 hours behind. So it's like 6:37 by the time we get off. So I still have a night ahead of me. So I go in and essentially pass out. Not essentially. I pass out on the carpet and just decide to lay there. And then my body decides to reject the alcohol that has been in my system. And so I'm laying in a pool of vomit with rum, so it's red colored. And my 7-year-old daughter thinks I'm bleeding to death of COVID-19.
No. Oh my god.
Because she doesn't understand what being drunk, and I'm trying to explain that I'm just really drunk. But at 7-year-old, yes, I win Dad of the Year. Fuck you all. I get it. It was a bad moment, but she had no idea, and she was super scared and nervous. And my older daughter was explaining to her no, Dad's just drunk and
drunk
and passed out, because I didn't want to leave the carpet even to throw up. So I just stayed there, and then eventually so I can relate to the it's not like riding a bike, man. You have to build up those wings. It's like pumping iron. And when I was out of practice, I'm good now because we've been doing this and I've been up in my game again.
What is this?
But
our
man,
16th one or something? 16th week in a row.
Yeah, it just was it was a rough night. Let's just say that.
It sounds like it.
I wish there was video that you could have used for your magazine in that.
Yeah, it would have gone.
Listen, man, next time you are in town, come check out Stank Magazine World Headquarters, and we'll get some White Russians. We've got a system down, man. We've got a system. The human body can only take so much dairy and alcohol at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
it doesn't really make me want to come to Ohio. I'm just telling you the truth. Hey, dude, come here. We're going to get you so fucked up that you'll puke. It's going to be amazing. Then we're going to video it and take pictures, and you're going to be in our magazine.
Yeah, and then show hundreds of people.
That's
just like this show. We're going to show tens of people what's going on. But Brandon needs, because we only have up to shot 14 material. So if you're ever in Stank headquarters and something good happens that is shot number whatever material, just send it on all over to us, because
absolutely. We have shit. We have shit that
send it to Brandon.
Oh, absolutely. I will.
With you degenerates, I think we can get to shot 20, 25 maybe.
We probably have 3 full minutes of content worth of Paul just dry heaving and fucking projectile vomiting.
That's awesome.
And you know what? the engagement that we get on the internet from it is unlike nothing else that people love the vomit. They want the vomit. We will give them the vomit. Stank is vomit.
Paul Franken 2021 vomit. Not even a speech. Just run for an election, get up on the podium, and just throw up. And then the U.S. is yours, because obviously that's pretty much all we can look forward to. So lastly, I think we have like 5 minutes left. We just wanted to
already. Oh my God! Hold on, we got to do a shot.
All right. I like this. You're the first guest we've had that has encouraged us.
Oh no, Juan.
Yeah.
Juan was like had his handle, and he's like, "Should we just drink from the bottle?" Yeah. Like he was
guest, but the first in our hearts. Except we love you still, Juan.
Power to the people.
Shot number 7.
There he is, and Tim's naked.
Yeah, you know we're getting into good zone when Will's bumper comes up, and I just want to say, Tim, why didn't you let me know? I would have joined you.
We took a shirt off before you. This is the first episode that someone has taken their shirt off before Jeremy.
You up, bro.
Oh, and you even got when did you get the Tupac tattoo?
I got the Tupac tattoo when I was 18 because
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, I don't like to, No, I made a decision when I was 18 that it was a good idea to get my last name on my chest, and here I am, and it's still there.
Well, you need to get Thug Life underneath it.
Yeah, I know.
It's already in the same.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you need to get super tough stuff like a sheep on your chest.
Yeah, dude, that's badass.
It's not a sheep, but everyone thinks
it is.
Let
me see it. Can I see it? I can't see it with your name.
Buffalo.
Can you? That looks like a buffalo. That doesn't look like a sheep to me.
But when I'm wearing a shirt, it looks like it's hair tattooed on me. Because I don't have hair on my chest.
My shirt's off half the time anyways, guys. Everybody's so surprised. I'm being conservative with my little cardigan.
Yeah, I just wanted to join Tim because I like his style. He's going for it. Because you know what? Tim has the the kind of like gamer nerd look, and then you bust off and you got your name on your chest like you. That's Ohio. That's
Warren,
Ohio.
Baby. That's Warren, baby.
I dig that. I dig and respect.
I actually had a real question.
Okay. Before we did the shot. Yeah.
If you want to talk about it.
Let's do it.
Influences for you and your people at the Stank. So anybody that is on here, throw it in the comments.
I'm cold.
That is a member of the Stank community. Like, what are the influences that you have creatively for Wood Patrol and for the stuff that you've contributed to Stank and everybody else?
So I see Brandon Noel's putting Mad Magazine ? I appreciate when anyone relates us to Mad Magazine. That has happened a couple times, and I really appreciate that. But I would like to think that we have tried to channel the energy a little more to Big Brother Magazine. And if you don't know, Jess LeBenny, you know what the fuck is up. Big Brother Magazine is, how a lot of the Jackass guys started off, and it was a skate magazine. And it was just a lot of wild shit, like how to smoke crack, and they pioneered like that the shot, like the frame by frame, to like show skaters like how like the breakdown of tricks and shit like that, which is super cool. And we don't have that. We just have vomit, but
you could add that later.
We could totally add that. Yeah, we could totally add that. And, also, like, I could never be at the level of Grant Morrison, but I don't know if you're familiar with Grant Morrison. He wrote for Arkham Asylum and also Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is the shit. Doom Patrol.
There was one season of
hard
it,
for
right?
Doom Patrol. Yeah, I actually, to be honest with you, I haven't watched it, but I've only read the comics. But Grant Morrison is just a weird fucking dude, and if you ever want to look into like just a weird fucking creative guy, check out Grant Morrison. He wears a lot of leather, and he shaves his head, and he has some pretty profound things to say about the universe. Check out Grant Morrison. That's about it.
So I don't know if we're going to go late on the episode, but I just wanted to, before right at 9:00, I want to thank you, Tim, for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so psyched to be here, man.
For giving us this digestible material that we can read. And if you guys are just on or haven't been on the whole time, stankmagazine.com, the first episode or the first issue episode. See, we don't have this kind of content anymore. We have to get used to saying it. The first issue is free online. Please consider subscribing. We're trying to work with the guys at Stank on doing some future things with the show, maybe what we were talking about earlier that Will Marks just doesn't believe we're ever going to do. But we are going to do it, I promise. But until then, stankmagazine.com. Check these guys out.
May I make an artistic, recommendation? Leave it or do
please.
So you have your section called The Verge, right? And you got Paul here throwing it. I think this section should be called The Cud.
The Cud. Okay.
Like chewing the cud, right? Like because cows eat theirs and then they regurgitate all their. The cud sounds so dirty, and if you're gonna throw like all this vomit, the cud, people will be like, "What is that?" And then they'll Wikipedia it or Google it, and then they'll realize that that the steak we love is because these guys eat their grass and then throw it up and then eat it again.
Yeah. So the verge is because we get them to the verge of intoxication, or we get them to the verge of sickness. And then we stop the interview and make them puke in the fucking back parking lot. But the cud, I like the cud too. That'll be a conversation I guess we have tomorrow. That's a good suggestion.
With your explanation, I like the Verge too. So I don't think mine is better. I'm just throwing it out there because I like the Verge.
Can I? I know we've got to end it. Do you mind if I end it on our first negative review that we got?
That would be amazing.
Please.
Because it's so great. This comes from Ryan M. I don't want to give his name away if he doesn't like it, but it was definitely a curated review. We want people to feel something, and this guy definitely felt something, and was disgust. He said he was very, very disappointed in the magazine, and he said he felt like all of the articles were forced. And he said when he was reading it, he felt like
vomit.
With White Russians. But he said that the writing was forced, and that it felt like the person writing it felt like was a 16-year-old that just found out they could say the N-word online without getting their shit kicked in.
Wow,
that was the first review, and to make it even better, it's the art, it's our art director's best friend. Holy shit! Wow, that's what I said too. But you know what? We want to make people feel things, and we made him feel something. So I'm really happy about it,
Tim. I commend you on it because I actually enjoy the writing, and I know you're the writer in it, but I as a person who enjoys reading, I was like, I like the way it's like a very casual, not trying to be too heady, and just it's fun. But the descriptives and the words you use, all I can say to that dude is I mean, he was wrong because it at least would have been from a 17-year-old.
Well, I appreciate it, but also shout out to Paul Franken, who is the editor of Stank Magazine, and Luther Foster for doing Tales from Behind the Bar.
Luther
Foster,
his article about Terry
Larson. We're setting up an interview to go to Terry's house, and we're gonna get super fucked up and talk to him about. Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't remember if it's in the article or not because I read it a while ago. But my man Terry Larson hammers triple shots of Bullet Bourbon at 9 a.m. So it's not 4 shots. It's 72 before noon.
He was my favorite person to serve when I worked there. Can we do a shot real quick before we have to end this?
Yeah, I will say, Tim, before you do the bumper, Brandon, my favorite story was the breakup with the glass dildo, by the way.
Oh, the smashed glass cock.
Yes.
So glad.
That story, and it's pretty dark.
It is dark. There's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of dark shit in Stank.
You know what? There's a lot of dark shit in this world.
It is. It's
fun to like make light or humor of some of the stuff because I think it's kind of the only way we get through it anyways.
Absolutely. Cheers to that.
Shot number 8.
I took it prematurely. You guys, you take your shirt off, Brandon.
Premature shotulation.
You guys can't see this right now, but I took my pants off.
Oh, so I believe you.
I'm fully naked.
We were already talking about seeing your penis earlier, so
we were wanting to know what we could have Jessica Labeni, call in, and maybe she could give us the deets on that.
Well,
but
all I'm going to say is
maybe Tim Phares is the Michael Phelps of sex.
If you look at Stanky of the month, you get a little insight on my penis. That's all I'm going to say.
Maybe I'm going to have to do an internship, a little unpaid internship, if you know what I mean. I got one question I want to throw at Tim. What's the long-term goal, man? Where does this go? If your wildest dream succeeded and everybody was online with their shirts off, where does it go?
Where does it go? Man, I have some pretty high aspirations.
Well, I did it just for you, baby. I did it just for you.
I have some pretty high aspirations, but I will give you an immediate goal. Immediate goal is we have to hit 250 subscriptions or this thing dies. And we do not have any we don't have any advertisement. We don't have any sponsors because we decided if this thing can't survive on its own, then it doesn't deserve to live. So if you're out there and you like this and you think you might want to join the Stank community, check out issue 1 on stankmagazine.com. Go to the archives, and it's free for all. And if you decide that you want to subscribe, we welcome you. And we hope you enjoy the vomit and testicles.
Joe Sharmer's here.
I can't imagine what he's thinking right now.
Wow, Joe, you showed up late to the party tonight, brother.
He should be glad. Man. He should be glad. This is a lot for him, I think.
You got Stank in your heart. Let it out. That's true.
Yeah.
But that's a good question. What are you guys willing to do for subscribers?
You will find out.
We give you guys free shit. We give them free shit every month. We got month 1, we got teeth. I got them right here. We got teeth.
Oh,
we got free matches.
Well, I like the matches. Shit.
And, check it out.
My favorite ad in the magazine was
Burn it all, baby.
Just pay shipping and get 2 packs of matches, one for you and one for your friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad you like that. And actually, we give you more than 2. We had to buy a minimum of 1,000 matches. So,
you know what it reminds me of? Ren and Stimpy when they were like log. Just by log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
Yes.
Like when I saw that ad,
better than bad,
and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm thinking about Ren and Stimpy," which I haven't thought about in 20 years.
That's probably the best compliment I've gotten about this magazine thus far. So thank you, Jeremy. I really appreciate that.
You got it. That was a sincere comment.
It does have like early Rocco's Modern Life, early like Ren and Stimpy, kind of like this is cute and cuddly, but it's also like, what the fuck did they just say?
Right.
Like,
could you imagine if Ren and Stimpy was on TV today? Like
no.
90s and 80s kids like us, like we had to deal with a lot of shit, like Ren and Stimpy,
MC
and
Hammer.
Yeah, MC Hammer. Now everybody's like, it's
Vanilla Ice. Come on. Forgive us,
it's so nice and easy. So we appreciate Stank Magazine for bringing it back.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I bet that dude from Arizona that stormed wearing his I think he would love some of the vomit stuff in the magazine.
Well, I think his address is published online, so maybe you should just drop a stank to him. Just send him a stank and be like,
Will, you should go back to the beginning of the episode. We already dragged that guy earlier.
Right. So, Tim,
white people do love doing dumb shit.
Yes.
Tim's
white
losing
people
it.
White people love doing dumb shit for free.
Powder Toast Man.
Powder Toast Man. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Holy shit.
Tim, yesterday when we were talking, I said that the magazine reminded me of like someone watching too much hentai mixed with Beavis and Butthead.
That's awesome.
And I think I still stand by it, which is like a bizarre compliment. But I'm just waiting for tentacles to show up in the next issue.
So we have an OnlyFans. We have an OnlyFans for like the dirtiest shit that happens at Stank Magazine headquarters.
Wait, you guys beat us to the OnlyFans? That's fucked up. They beat us.
So we have Hentai Mondays. So if you want to see anime titties, join our OnlyFans.
Yeah, Heidi says you're about to take another shot.
I am. I'm loaded up. I feel like I got to get as many
Jeez.
as I can before we end this thing.
Holy
I was
moly,
anticipating
Tim.
it.
Oh my god!
I was anticipating taking a little more.
We can keep going.
I mean,
Tim, we're in this together.
I don't
We're in
know
this
if you guys are on a time frame. I'm not, but
I mean, we're kicking it around. With this, we're at the end of our bumper shots. This is the last bump. We need you guys to send us some more.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We got one more, but we need you guys to send us some more bumper material. We need some new, fresh stuff for 4shotshow@gmail.com so we can make some more bumpers. So when we have Tim back on, we can all get crazy and do more shots.
Shot number 9.
I feel like we should get Jeremy Stark, who always participates, to film himself doing a little strip tease, and that could be a bumper. Jeremy, I've called you out.
Call out.
Represent Texas and give
We
us
need a call out bumper, Brandon. We need to work
Call
on
out. We're calling you out. I don't know what that is.
I have a video of me walking in on Paul Franken in his office trying to suck his own wiener.
Jesus Christ, that's a
material.
4 shots first. My God.
So, you know,
Jeremy,
whatever you guys want.
Jeremy, I am so glad you started our episode off this week about giving us a frame of mind shift. You were like, listen, if you joined us,
you
for
see
the
this?
first time-
Jennifer Sims.
Let me ask you: Is that part of the? Is this part of the picture of walking in on him and he was about to go down?
No, that was planned.
Might I say, Paul Franken was a professional when he worked at Havana House. I was unaware of this side of him, so it's very surprising to me because when he was at Havana, like he was very professional. Everybody liked him, and he was very like soft spoken and did magic tricks. Which, if you haven't seen, he does
And
lots of magic tricks.
apparently tried to see if he was lost another rib and could
that's
like
amazing.
entertain himself.
The real magic trick.
Oh yeah, it was magic. All right.
Jeremy, I was trying to say that I'm just really thankful that you gave us a frame of mind shift from the last episode to this one, because if we had gained any followers from last week's episode,
then we lost them.
We have lost them. But at least they will know that, like, man, last week we were having this heady discussion about sexism in the industry. This week we're just getting half naked and talking about vomit and puke.
Honestly,
you know,
I watched that. I watched that episode, and I was like, "Fuck! How am I going to follow that shit up?
Well,
this is some serious shit about the industry that they all care about so deeply. That something that conversation that really matters. And I'm going to go on and I'm going to be like, check out my magazine with balls and vomit in it.
But you know what's funny is like when we're talking
of this whole
right,
thing.
Like we sign on in the morning. I mean, like a half an hour before the show goes live, and we start talking. And I was like, look, last week was like heady, and there was some like real shit that like went down, and like that's the beauty of the show is like we don't direct the show. You know, who we have on, we go with the flow. And like last week, some stuff needed to be said, and it was like powerful, and it had an effect on us. And like, but at the same time, it was like I said to the guys, I'm glad we're doing this episode with Tim tonight, because like, you can't always like, dude, we will get so depressed in life if you only focus on the negative. That is, it's real. It's always going to be real, and it's always going to be there. And it's nice to be able to take off our shirts and just be like free and say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get into it. You know,
fucking Will Marks. I swear to God.
I'll take a shot to that.
I didn't see
Tim. All right. We're gonna do one more shot, and we gotta do the sign off.
Listen, I'm gonna take it as far as I can take it. You know, that's why I'm here. Right?
Well, maybe, just maybe. Hold on one sec.
Why does Will?
Give me a
Will,
second.
Will, why you got to be a negative Nancy? Why
Will
you got to be a negative Nancy?
believe that we're gonna do some crazy stuff for season
Will,
3.
He doesn't believe. He doesn't believe me, and he doesn't believe you. We got to prove him wrong.
Listen,
and we were talking about this on Saturday when we had our Zoom. Shameless plug. You want to hang out on Saturday and smoke? Come hang out and we smoke cigars together. Just go to my Instagram. But like I was telling Will, like shit don't happen overnight, man. We ain't magic. Like
I actually think Will should contribute. I think for our like Patreon or whatever we do, I think that Will should give financial advice for free to people. I think we should film him once a month giving people financial advice.
Is Will a financial advisor or some shit?
Well, he's an investor.
Will, fuck. Will, hit me up, dude. I need some help.
Will,
Tim, Will is the shit. Like, he's as real as they come. But sometimes I don't want to be told every 5 minutes that I'm fucked up. Because, like, guess what? I've been living in this skin for 41 years. I know.
You're 41?
You know? Yeah, man.
Holy shit. You don't look like you're 41.
I know I look like 70, but thank you so much.
Where did Brandon go?
I don't know.
Brandon's gone. Brandon's taking his pants off.
I'm back.
Now he's in the dark.
Oh, I'm in the dark room.
That's sensual.
All right, shot.
What's happening?
Let's do a shot.
We're doing a shot. Nice nipple, Brandon.
Shot number 1.
Back to 1.
We've prestiged.
Yes.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
I just want Will Marks to know that we have weekly conversations about the status of these things, but it just does take time to gather it all. Because what you don't want to do is be like, here, we're launching this thing and here it is. And then people are pissed at you because like, oh, you didn't have enough, so I didn't get it. Or and then
Tony promises the whole world that he's sending coffee to everybody.
I'm still going to send coffee to everybody. We had a touch of modern promo. I'm working on that, and I got to get drunk with you guys. So,
look, see, that's the type of dude Will is, though. Seriously, you see
that,
Tim?
Will.
That's
I'll hit you up, bro.
He is such a good dude, man, and like he speaks his mind, and like I can appreciate that about him, even when he calls us out on our shit. Because, hey, we're trying.
Well, I think tonight. So, first of all, we have to plug our show. So if you guys have been listening and you want to keep listening and keep checking shit out because we're going to keep doing cool stuff, please share the stream, share our debauchery, Facebook, YouTube. You can also get us tomorrow on Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, wherever you like to consume your verbal nonsense. Please share us. Please subscribe. But I think tonight, I know we said we weren't going to do it, but I think tonight would be a good night. Tim, if you're down,
I'm fucking down for anything, man.
We should have another after party.
Oh, Jesus. I'm already shirtless.
Oh, what does that even mean? Let's do it. I'm ready.
Hey, Tim, we stop recording and we keep going.
Okay, I'm down. Let's do it.
We're no longer broadcasting live.
Okay.
So
Can we bring Paul on? Can we bring Paul?
Paul is at his house. Paul, get on your fucking computer.
But Paul, you cannot show your dick. That's all I want to say.
What about his ass?
Fine.
He's got a good ass.
Butt's good.
Butts. Everybody loves a butt.
Brandon,
yeah.
Let's put the link in the comments and see if anybody wants to come hang out.
Okay. Also, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, and plug yourself. Plug yourself on all your platforms.
So I will plug myself, but first, Jess Labeni. Hey, what's up? It's me, your fiance, Tim. Can you do me a favor?
Wait. Paul got banned? What do you mean Paul got banned?
He gets banned on Facebook.
He gets banned all the fucking time. I don't know why he got banned. But
he can come in like on.
Well, I'll send, or if you want to send me the link, I'll forward him the link.
You have the link. That's how you get on the show.
Oh shit, I do have the link. All right.
Yeah.
So
shit, I got the link.
Jess, I'm talking to you right now. Can you do me a favor?
You can't propose to her again. You've already proposed to her once.
No, I don't need to propose. Can you actually come to the office and pick me up in an hour and a half? And can you bring a pizza? Could you please bring a pizza? Because I'm not going to be able to drive after this.
Jeremy was already talking to Amber about bringing him beers. This is what being married is all about.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
I love you, babe. Thank you.
Dude,
Appreciate
Tim,
you.
the best.
What
and
pizza?
Bring some beers. And bring some beers. If you'd be so
I've got
kind.
a bottle of Patron, so
Ah,
oh my man!
Shout out to Nick DiVincenzi for accidentally leaving it in the office. I'm drinking it. I will refund you one bottle of Patron, but I'm drinking it right now. Anyway, if you want to take a look at Stank Magazine, if you like vomit, if you like testicles, if you like hard to believe stories, comics, weird interviews, check out stankmagazine.com. We've got our first issue there, absolutely free in the archives. Issue 1 is free. We've got we've got freebies. Freebies, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Swag.
We've got teeth. We've got matches. We've got a starter coin collection.
Matches.
You know what I love? Yeah, and just I wasn't gonna say this, but I am going to now. February's issue, a sneak peek. We're giving away Wish crack pipes. So fucking subscribe. Make sure you're on it. Stankmagazine.com.
You can smoke the finest.
We need to. It even comes with the chore boy. It even comes with the chore boy. And
you got teeth and
if we don't succeed, it's your fault for not subscribing.
Tim, what I love is that I read those ads like just pay shipping, and I thought they were a joke, like part of the thing. And the fact that you have teeth and have matches, I have so much more respect for you right now than I've ever had for Tony in my life.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap the show with that. Tony, where can people find you on all the socials?
You can find me at Belato, at La Barba Cigars, at Youngstown Coffee Company, at Viva La Vida Wines. You can also find me at Four Shot Show because I do a bunch of stupid ass shit.
That's true.
But that's where you can find me. At Belato is the best way to get a hold of me.
Jeremy, what about you, my friend?
It's written, aka the California Hillbilly. I'm only on Instagram because I don't do the other stuff. So join me on Instagram every Saturday morning. We moved it so people are not working. I wear dominatrix masks on Saturday morning when we have our cigar time. Join us 9 a.m. or actually
I just want to see you smoking a cigar through a GIMP mask.
Join me on Saturday and you'll see a GIMP mask with a clown hat. And no, I'm totally joking.
Oh my God.
You won't see the clown mask. Join us Saturday mornings. We just hang out and smoke cigars. At 12 Eastern Standard Time. Go to my Instagram and you can find the Zoom link. That's where you can find me.
Tim.
Stankmagazine.com. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to put yourself or no?
Yes. So stankmagazine.com. Facebook is Facebook/StankMag. Instagram, StankMag. Just check out Stank Magazine. We also we took the leap and I guess we're on fucking TikTok now. So you can look up Stank Magazine and we're on fucking TikTok. It's just a forewarning. It's just a lot of Paul vomiting, but it's worked out so far. And even if you don't, even if you're not ready to commit to a subscription, please do me a favor. Go to stankmagazine.com. Go check out the archives. It's fucking free. Just go see what we're about. We're doing this 5 days a week, 40 fucking hours. We are laboring over making you fucking weird, fucked up content. Please, even if it disgusts you, give us the opportunity to disgust you because it's there and it's ready for you.
And guys, dude, support Tim, support the magazine. If you don't like it, you buy one less latte a month and hook our friend up. Support.
It's $10 a month. $10 a month for the digital
2 lattes
subscription, $12.50 for the print, but you do get those trading cards.
And it's real small business. It's real fucking small.
I got 2 of them that they're mine.
Well, and if you don't want to keep it in your house, if you have small children nearby, you could always take it to your local doctor's office and just casually leave it on the table. You could
an open house.
Also, 1 million moms. Table. Have you guys heard of 1 million moms?
No.
Is that an OnlyFans?
No, 1 million. No, 1 million moms is an organization that kind of like assesses things
Stank magazine,
and they decide if something is suitable for children or not. And we really want to hear from 1 million moms because we know that we are not right for them.
Are they like mad
our favorite
mothers
thing?
and drunk drivers?
Yes, they're the kind of people that are like,
probably
this sedan seatbelt is not up to par. We are petitioning that this model car is
you heard it.
Destroyed forever.
You heard it here first, people. Stank Magazine is already beefing with 1 million moms. So
fuck you, 1 million moms.
I think that
that's your ass.
That's a great place to end the episode. Thank you for listening.
Good night, y'all. We might see you next week, or maybe not.
We'll be back next Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
That got a tear to my eye. I love it.